The fight makes 0 sense. You won't be able to sway me.
But his hip is better. He got surgery.
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't smoke weed anymore.
He's not j***ing off.
He lost.
Rob broke his toe. Sean has a chance.
Oh, this is the 8-0 Indian prospect that just got slept.
How do you know about Indian prospects?
Ooh,
I read the headlines when I posted this. God, dude.
He f***ing researches.
We got to cover this on our MMA show.
Gordon Ryan has been in a public dispute with former company he was in collaboration with Toho.
You're telling me selling $500 flip-flops aren't making their margins?
And it's kind of like, damn, this is all public. It seems like Gordon always gets into these situations. But then Craig Jones
Swoops in, bro. He's just too good, man. He's
Also,
too good at this.
MMA. We are a combat sports and MMA show hosted by very, very casual fans that don't know nothing at all.
Sounds just like David.
Guys, my name is Gilbert. That is Nick. And we have Alex Liffgodd Acosta here.
What's poppin'?
OG.
David will be back next week. The dude is moving. He's got a kid. He's just very busy, but he will be back for those hot Bo nickel tapes y'all have been hungry for. And also Bella Ramsey on The Last of Us.
Bro, that show is... Dude, okay.
This is our tangent. We always have to talk about it.
Bro, I just hate... Okay.
You can say 5 sentences. Go ahead.
5 sentences?
About the show.
But what if I'm not good at English, so I never put a period? No, that's not a sentence.
Run on.
I have to say period.
So, you can do commas. You can throw commas in there.
Okay. I thought the second season was so freaking good. Sorry, you're not supposed to cuss the first. Comma. I don't know why people are hating on it so much. Comma.
Yeah, boom.
Everybody's like, it's not like the exact game. Comma. Well, then go play the game if you want the same exact thing.
That's a hot take.
You know what I'm saying? The show was dope. Everybody's mad because Bella Ramsey, bless her heart,
can't do a single leg.
She's not the best, I guess, looking person, right?
She's fine.
And she got to smash.
She's fine.
She got to smash a baddie. I think everybody's mad.
Yeah. It should have been me.
She got to smash Dora the Explorer. That's crazy.
Oh, she plays.
Is that what she is?
That's why it's very hard to watch. All I'm seeing is, "Hey boots, hey boots." I don't even know what's the voice.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it sounds like Dora.
I make her sound like Maddie Pacquiao.
I thought the show was. I thought the show was dope. Did you watch the finale?
Ish.
Did you like the show or no?
It's all right. First season, fire.
First season.
We're talking about this way too much. But Nick, what's your thoughts on The Last of Us? You said you would watch it.
I haven't seen it. I haven't played the game because the game is a little too scary, especially when I put headphones on and then the monsters bite you, bro. That's when I turned the PS5 off. I was like, I'm good, bro.
But yeah, this dude, audience, only bought a PS5 just to play UFC 5. And that's insane.
It was the next gen graphics that got me, and I have a lot of fun on that.
Do you remember that one time we played UFC 5?
He smoked me.
Like,
wait,
10
what
games
did you guys use?
Let
me guess. You use Shavkhat, and then you use Conor McGregor.
I was Blanchfield, dude. I was Aaron Blanchfield. Nah, but
I think she's in the game.
Yeah, of course she's in the game, dude. What do you mean you think she? Of course she is.
There's some people that are not in the game that is shocking to me.
But the reason why Alex smoked me was because he's really good on lag. He's really good on lag. I would press a kick and it would happen like 5 seconds later, and then I'm getting dropped.
It's like a real fight. You're timing out Nick's terrible spectrum.
Yeah,
dude. I was like,
or I just suck at the game.
His time tick server is just really off, so I'm able to just land
my latency.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're talking about MMA, dude.
No, we're not. Tell me if you saw Mission Impossible 5.
Fuck.
Hey, did you end up go seeing it?
I did.
Was it good? Or was the timing and pacing off?
Timing and pacing was off.
You saw 4 hours.
And I couldn't see the score. That's all I'm saying.
You know what I hate the most? And this has to do with UFC, right?
Yeah.
The last event, they had to keep promoting it.
Oh, yeah.
And I hated how they get Mission Impossible. He just needs you to trust him one more time. And he had to say that every time. I'm like, this is so stupid. Yeah. Mission Impossible 3. You have to trust him one more time.
They're on like 7, aren't they?
And then Bruce Buffer said it when he's announcing the main event. You remember that?
No.
He's like, brought to you by Mission Impossible. This guy needs you to trust him one more time.
This guy.
He forgets Tom Cruise's name. This guy needs
TC.
Yeah. No, because he said his character name. I don't think I've ever.
His name's Ethan Hunt, dude.
Wait, what's your favorite UFC Fight Night ad? I like the Buffalo Wild Wings one when John Anik.
I like the Dustin Poirier one.
Where
he's like, you and me should get in there. And he's like... And he's like, "Let's go."
Wait, with the which
no, you're talking about like
the Bud Light one,
UFC or like
no, like
commercial
when John Anik has the
Toyo tires, bro.
Oh, Toyo Tires? That one's all right.
Toyo Tires, baby.
I just like when John Anik's just like, oh my God, punch to the gut. Also, Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'm more of a P3 protein guy. I like when they do those ads.
Honestly, have you eaten one?
No.
I did.
Probably terrible.
Hey,
terrible macros.
Too expensive, pointless.
It's like nuts.
How's
like
that?
A couple bits of cheese.
If you're an adult and you're buying P3 protein packs,
and I just hate like
Why?
they're so liar. They're such liars because
they're so liars. Just because you're with two Asians, don't play that. You can't.
They're so liar, right?
Yeah.
No,
He's one of us.
That's so liar.
Right.
because it's like, bro, you don't eat one of those and you're good.
Yeah.
Like you're starving as hell after.
It's like
that shit
15
still.
grams of fat.
Yeah. It's like
8
bro, don't
grams of
lie to me
protein.
and say you're hungry. Eat a P3. I'm like, bitch, I need 12 of these things. The fuck?
Yeah, I don't get that. You're a nutritionist, kind of. Why is that a thing?
It's easy to sell. They probably make crazy margins on it.
Don't ever roll your eyes up when you say
Crazy margin.
Crazy margin.
They're gonna put 4 little squares of cheese and then like a handful of almonds. They're like, yeah, bro,
$8.
sell this.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. The reason we talked about that all up top. Not a lot of fights going on, right?
We're sponsored by P3 Protein.
P3 Protein. Trust us one more time. Wingstop. Oh yeah.
Oh, also, just saying, if you watch this, the Mexican street seasoning at Wingstop,
Trash, huh?
the worst wing flavor they've ever made.
Is that just like what? Is it like a tahini?
No, it's I don't know. It
Try to make it like elote.
Yeah, it was so bad, bro. This is the worst thing I've ever had before.
Don't eat it there.
Don't. So yeah, so these fights, man, crazy.
Crazy fights.
All right, let's just let's start with some let me get some thoughts from you guys. There's a couple recent announcements. We don't know if it's true or not, but Belal Muhammad is reported to be fighting Shavkhat Rakhmonov in August. What do you guys think of this potential fight?
I think it's the best way to find the new #1 contender.
But if Belal wins, then he's just back in the mix.
I think so. I think based on the fight he had with JDM, I think it wouldn't be that crazy if especially if he beats Shavkhat, who's the boogeyman of the division, and he does it decisively. Why not? That's a great build to rematch JDM.
Yeah.
If he beats Islam, that is.
I do have to bring this up. Last week, Alex, we did like a bracket for like the 170 division.
That's all.
Nick really on this big recency biasy thing, and took JDM all the way to the top. A lot of people surprisingly did not think that JDM would beat Shavkhat, saying they almost have Shavkhat might have better hands than JDM.
What do you think, Alex?
Shavkhat has better hands?
No, JDM and Shavkhat.
That Shavkhat has better hands than JDM.
Or who?
I don't think
who
so.
would win
that? Who would win?
He's already going back on his word. He's looking at us like, Shavkhat would smash.
Who's
JDM
more
in
ambiguously
boxing.
Asian?
Wait, so who did you pick?
That's not the question. I picked JDM to win the whole tournament based on how we kind of
in the pairing, the final four, it was Shavkhat JDM, and I was like, I think it's Shavkhat, and then Nick chose JDM.
I think JDM beats Shavkhat.
I think JDM, if you go based off their most recent fights, Shavkhat started kind of fading and not looking as good when he fought Ian Gary.
You're fighting Ian Gary.
Okay, but then also fight. JDM looked amazing all 5 rounds against a guy who puts pressure on people. He was able to stop the takedowns and piece them up. I think as of right now, I'd probably pick JDM to beat Shavkhat.
Because the other question too, the reason why I picked JDM in that is like, who do you think's wrestling is better? Shavkat's wrestling, offensive wrestling, or Belal's offensive wrestling? I think Belal has better offensive wrestling and he has better ground control.
Yeah.
So with those 2 factors in mind, I'm like, I don't really know where Shavkhat is going to beat JDM.
Yeah, and Shavkhat likes to strike more. It's not like Belal, who always used his pressure wrestling, but this fight decided to strike. Like, Shavkhat always just strikes.
And he gets hit.
Yeah, and
a good amount. I'm not saying JDM doesn't either, but, it's like we've seen him get pieced up by guys who he's supposed to walk through, right? Like a Jeff Neal or something.
Exactly. At the end of the day, Islam's JDM's hardest fight.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
I agree with you guys.
Doesn't sound like you do. The way you said that was really weird.
You think Shavkhat wins?
I think Shavkhat wins.
JDM?
Yeah.
Okay, but back to what you said about this. I think this is a good fight because, especially if Belal does beat Shavkhat, which I don't know if he will. But if he does, because Shavkhat
it's
was
close though. It's
super close.
It's
very
Shavkhat was supposed to fight for the title. The only reason why he's not going to now is because Islam's coming up. So if Belal beats him, he had a good showing in his last fight. If he has a good showing in this one, give him a title shot again.
Ooh.
I think it's a good fight. It's the best fight they can make. There's other rumors. We saw Leon Edwards potentially fighting Michael Morales.
But
that got shut down. But that would be a great fight.
Mm-hmm.
because I think they want to fast track Michael Morales.
That can still happen. It's just not signed.
It's not confirmed.
Yeah. What I think they should do is do Ian Gary Leon.
Talk about a fucking snoozer, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Because, like, you don't... Because, I don't know, I think...
Hey, the UFC's struggling with fun fights already. Don't do that. Come on.
But I feel like Leon's on a 2-fight losing skid. He might come out different this next one. And he couldn't make it fun.
He just needs to fight not a grappler. He just needs to fight a striker. So I think in that way it would be a good fight.
Yeah.
Because Ian Gary and Leon, they could have a good matchup, I think.
Like a good kickboxing fight type shit on God No Cap.
That's what I've been saying from the jump.
Say exactly the word.
On God No Cap.
No, you forgot the first one.
What was it?
Type shit.
Type shit on God No Cap. That's a lot. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to throw it in later in the episode, and I'm going to surprise the shit out of you guys. You just wait.
Michael, zoom up on that hand thing and do something with that. Could put a giant dildo.
That's a clip. That's a 100,000 clip right there.
But I just don't know, because, like, Michael Morales, I don't know. I want to see more.
We haven't seen him enough.
Yeah, I mean, like, he beat Gilbert Burns, but I remember I was talking to you about that. I'm like, in my head, I love Gilbert Burns, so I was like, of course he's going to beat Gilbert Burns.
And he was like a minus 1,200.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
He was a huge favorite.
So, like, I don't
think...
we
picked the opposite.
We haven't seen him... Honestly, we've seen Leon, or we've seen Ian Gary more tested than we have Michael Morales.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
Yeah.
I still do like your take that you're saying JDM would actually have a harder fight with Ian Gary.
I think so. I think that'd be a tougher fight for him.
Because of the striking.
Because he's elusive and stuff, you know, he's kind of weird.
All right, another thing. I want to get your guys' thoughts on this hot boy summer we have coming up. City Boys. We got 4 big summer pay-per-views. UFC 316 coming up right around the corner. We'll talk about that in a bit. Merab versus Sean O'Malley 2. We have 317 Ilya versus Charles. We have 318 Max versus Dustin. And we also have 319 Dricus DDP Duplessis versus Hamzat Chimaev. You know, people are complaining about like main event fights, and UFC's doing a pretty great job. But we'll get into the meat of these cards. But just on this alone, what's your favorite fight for the summer?
Ooh.
And which one is your wife going to watch with you, Alex?
My wife.
I forgot about that.
Husbands and my wife.
Nick really wanted to let people know he had a wife. He was so uncomfortable.
We just got married. It was fresh, you know?
Here's the thing.
I get used to it.
I want to hear your... Well, so first of all, I have 2 fights on here that I absolutely hate.
Ooh.
I wonder if you guys agree with me.
Let's guess.
I think you hate the Merab Sean O'Malley fight.
Okay, I would agree.
I do.
Okay, the second one, I think you don't like the Max Holloway Dustin Poirier fight.
Correct.
And I agree with the Dustin Poirier Max Holloway fight.
So
I don't like that's my least favorite.
I've had people
for sure
tell me
fun.
I'm crazy, but here, let me express because he probably will agree with me.
And I'll tell really quick, just for people that have context, I'll tell people why you're so crazy. This guy watches Love on the Spectrum podcast by himself at night.
You watch a podcast?
Bro, didn't know that Car Rides with Connor? You never watch it?
So
Connor
he has his own podcast.
It's him talking to his mom in his car, and Alex is like, bro, you got to check out this new podcast. And I'm like, oh, what is it? Is it like an MMA thing?
Him and his mom do have a great dynamic.
Fun,
I know, but just watch it. I ruined with Alex in Denver for Bobby's show, and this guy's just on his bed on his tummy, and his legs are hanging over the bed, his giant ass calves. And I look over, and when I get out of the shower, and he's just like smiling at his screen in the dark. And it's just Connor and his mom.
I don't know why, but that show makes me so happy.
That show's one of the best shows on television.
And Connor's the
It's so wholesome.
Bro. Yeah,
Connor's do you identify with the show?
Dude, he thinks I have autism.
We probably all got some.
We all do.
We probably got a little bit.
No, but that show, like for me, honestly, it is crazy that you say that. You know how many times I've rewatched season 3?
Okay.
Is that the best season?
It's the best season.
Who's your least favorite? Everyone says Danny.
No, that guy.
Oh, I got you some chocolate frogs. That guy. Yeah.
What's his name? James.
James, dude, he goes to the Ren Fair.
But
I got you a gummy bear, bouquet flowers.
He's only my least favorite this season because I think the other 2 people they brought in were so good. The T girl, the train girl was really,
T-girl,
really good.
She's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Her name was like Trina or something.
Bro, I love the show.
It's not Trina.
All right, so anyways, let's get back to Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier. Shout out Connor, Car Rides with Connor. Go check it out. Dude, you should get Connor on here. How sick would that be, bro?
You think he'd like MMA?
What if he's a big MMA fan?
Dude, that'd be sick.
Honestly, anyone that's a big MMA fan, we need to talk to. Especially if they're on Love on the Spectrum.
All right, so Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier. Here's what I don't like about it. It's everything, okay? Because at the end of the day, bro, okay, I feel like UFC, when they know someone's going out, like especially one of their stars or someone that's been a fan favorite they've been with forever, it's like I mean, you don't want to make it too obvious, but give them something where they can win, right? Like, they knew Anthony Smith is going out. Let's give you this undefeated, gigantic Chinese man that's knocking out.
He almost said Chinaman. He almost said Chinaman.
You almost said Chinaman.
He almost said Chinaman.
Paused and said, big China and big man.
And then, so with this fight, though, it's like, all right, so Max Holloway is on, he just got knocked out, right, by Ilya.
Don't remind me.
But he still has potential to be a star. He still is a star in here, right?
Yeah.
Dustin Poirier, this is his last fight in the UFC. Why would you want either of them to lose right now? If Max loses, he's on a 2-fight losing streak. Doesn't look good for him. And then if Dustin loses, it's his last fight. It's in his hometown. So it's just like, it's bad for, just because I'm such a big fan for both of them, why would you want any of these guys to lose right now?
Who do you think would have been a better fit instead of Max Holloway?
Patty.
Patty and DP, that would have been crazy.
And it's a huge fight still. Yeah. Patty has a big name. They can do it at Louisiana.
And there's an obvious like favorite for the fans.
Exactly.
We're rooting for Dustin at that point.
And that's a very winnable fight for Dustin. I mean, Max is too. Obviously, we've seen it twice already. He's already beat him twice. That's my thing with Max is like, why even put, like, if he's going to lose, have him lose to a top contender. Someone that's still fighting and going up in these. Have him fight Armin. Or
how do you feel like this fight's going to go down, actually? Like, with the third fight, based on seeing Max Holloway at 155 when he actually gained weight, did it proper against Justin Gaethje. He's finally moving up to 155. How do you think this goes?
Before you answer that, can I just say one thing about this fight? Just to maybe offer another perspective. I think it's great for Max for the reason that he wants to get that W over Dustin. That's going to be a thing on his record. So if he can do that, retire Dustin, he can say that, be like, okay, let me close that chapter in my book. And then for Dustin, the dude's never won a belt. He's gotten so close. So I think for him, it's kind of like, oh, can I just get one belt? I've had such a long career. Let me just get one.
But he's already had this. He's had the BMF belt.
But to end with the belt.
I guess, yeah. But here's my thing.
They're going to retire that belt.
Louisiana holding this, his hot sauce.
My whole thing is, even with Max, if he wins this fight, like, you're
what does it do for him?
It doesn't do anything because he's still technically, he's going to be 2-1.
Not on the optics of, like, the sport, but I think, like, himself. Hey, man, do you think, like, he'll never get a chance to fight Dustin again. At least he can say, I won the last one. That's all that matters.
My whole thing is it just looks bad for Max, too, if he loses to somebody that's retiring. Because, like, oh, Dustin's retiring, so, like, we know he's done. We know he's not championship level. Max loses to him. Like, it's just not good. It's not a good optic for Max. I hate this fight so much.
I always thought they would do Nate Diaz and Dustin Poirier.
Why not?
That should have been the fight.
Like, because
we know why they can't do it.
Yeah, but
he's in Russia.
Not anymore.
Is he? Not anymore.
Or
He
in
left.
Thailand getting
He's
beat
out.
up by Russians.
But apparently, like, this dude, he's been making all these press statements about him coming back to the UFC. He wants to fight if the UFC will have him. And I feel like it's a no-brainer for them to bring this dude back.
That would have been cool.
But like, that would have been a fun fight at 155.
Realistically, it should have been Patty.
I do like that fight, actually, a little bit more. I thought they were going to give him Patty initially, too. But
yeah, because that's such a winnable fight for him, too, bro. And it's just like, I don't know. But
so what's your take on the Merab O'Malley fight? Why do you don't like that as much?
I will answer your question real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I do think Max will win this one.
I think so, too.
I think he's leveled up and he's going to be better.
Which makes me sad.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why do we want any...
Shine bright like a diamond.
Oh, no, what were we saying?
Cut that, Mike. Cut that part. Hey, cut that.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Merab and O'Malley.
Yeah.
The fight makes zero sense. No one else can. You won't be able to sway me. It doesn't make any sense.
But his hip is better. He got surgery.
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't smoke weed anymore.
He's not jacking off.
He lost.
Rob broke his toe. Sean has a chance.
Dude, Sean got manhandled by Merab.
He didn't get manhandled.
He got manhandled.
Compared to all the other guys, do you think he got manhandled more than Umar?
Yes, of course.
I don't know.
I think the Umar fight wasn't it super close? People thought Umar won.
Well, I love how you pointed like, oh, two people in the audience.
Didn't people think Umar
didn't
won?
David and Nick thought Umar won?
We were sitting with a lot of Russian
idiots think Umar
We were
won?
sitting with a bunch of Russian cats, all right? And so anytime he did something, the cheers were going crazy.
But no,
Umar gets taken down. Yeah,
was-
good pull guard.
To me, it was a complete blowout. Merab won that fight. Sean O'Malley had that one good moment at the last round where he did the teep kick, whatever.
But it was the lights from the sphere.
See, when I hear that, I'm like, bro.
It's the lights from the sphere,
Tim Welch
bro.
is like, well, the lights, I think it just messed with his timing. I'm like, bro, it's just.
Have you ever looked into LED lights before, though?
That'd be so funny at their training gym now. They just have LEDs everywhere, just playing YouTube.
But like, how, like,
do the rest of this podcast looking at the light. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. See,
no. Actually, yeah. Say your opinion while look at the lights.
All right.
Yes, it's hard.
Made me lose thought.
It's hard. It's hard.
I thought my timing's off, bro.
Imagine if you had a little Georgian guy trying to beat you up while this happens,
Dude.
you know?
But here's the thing. Okay, for real. He got beat up that whole fight. Okay? Sean's he lost. He got manhandled, basically. It's not like he got flash knocked out. All right, cool.
Did you think he did better than what we thought he was going to do in that fight? Because I kind of expected like a kind of a more of a one-sided fight, and I thought Sean O'Malley actually did pretty good considering all the other guys that fought him.
For me, I think he did good, but it wasn't shocking to me just because how he was able to control Aljamain.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, he probably will be able to stuff some of these takedowns and stuff. But I just think he just lost. It was clear as day that he lost. It wasn't like a luck thing. It wasn't anything like that. And then Merab goes and beats Umar, who was like number 2. Like, I just don't get how. And then we have Corey Sandhagen. Bro, he's dude, and he's been looking so good. He's on a win streak. He's not off of a loss. Like, it's just crazy to me how Sandhagen doesn't get this. We've already seen Merab and Sean, and it's a way higher chance that the same exact thing's going to happen again than vice versa, right? So it's like, give us somebody new. The fight makes zero sense to me. These are one of those fights where it's like, literally because he has a name, he's getting the fucking title shot.
When they fight, do you think it's going to go the same?
I think it's going to go probably almost exactly the same. I think Sean might be a little bit more confident and start throwing a little earlier, but I think Merab's just going to pressure him faster. It's just going to be, all right, I'm not even going to play around with the striking. I'm just going to take you down. Because he was trying to play around with the striking.
I think because Merab is so little, it actually helps his takedowns,
That's what I'm saying.
compared to Sean O'Malley, who's 5'11".
He grabs his leg, and when he stands up, O'Malley's leg's like all the way up here.
His hips are right by his waist. Yeah. And I mean, his head is right by his waist. He could double leg him.
Dude, yeah, he can give him head whenever he wants.
Yeah, that's the benefit of being a short guy with a tall guy. That's the benefit. But I think Sean O'Malley could snipe that fool, bro.
You guys said that whole conversation so naturally, like someone inputted this in ChatGPT. Hey, two guys on an MMA podcast.
Bro, he's so short, you can give him head whenever he wants.
Yeah. Anyways, next fight.
So yeah, his toe is really hurt.
Wait, this though.
He's still gonna fight.
Merab doing Merab things.
He kicked the guy in the head. But you know what I think about Merab? The way he looks at fights, he looks at it as purely just as a fun fight. I think the rest of these guys are just so like wrapped up in their career and everything else. But this dude is so down to scrap, and it's so like he's so carefree. He has so much fun when he fights. Yeah. And I feel like that takes a lot of pressure off his back because he knows he has the conditioning to match anybody. And like, it doesn't make any sense.
And here's my case too. I think UFC wants Sean O'Malley to be champ so bad, obviously, right? He's a big name.
Kind of need an American champ.
So it's like, all right, what do we do? Do we make him fight Umar, or do we just try and get him to fight Merab again? Because I think Umar's even a worse matchup for O'Malley because of his striking. So I think they're just be like, all right, it's either we can have him fight Umar and they get to fight for the title. Sean O'Malley's probably going to lose that. Or we can get him to fight Merab, which he's shown he can hurt Merab. So it's like, other than these two, I think O'Malley beats a lot of people in the top. But these two guys, Merab and Umar, it's just like, bro, you can't catch up to that wrestling, bro. So,
bro, he's not smoking weed anymore. He's hyper-focused.
Cool. Does that make up of 19 years of not wrestling?
We'll see.
Only one way to find out.
We'll see. Before we get too far, we were talking about 318 earlier. I was asking you, I was like, hey, these fights are bangers, all the headliners. But there's a lot of criticism right now for UFC 318. A lot of people in the comments, fans, are saying, hey, this should be a fight night. Other than the main event, what else is there that really screams, I'm going to pay $79.99? Look, I watch all fights. I love the UFC, but there is a good point to this, and that's kind of been what the narrative with UFC the past year. Dana White's not involved. It's kind of watered down. This is everyone's fault. It's a monopoly now. That's why they can get away with stuff like this.
I think these are sleeper picks, right? Because they're
on the entertainment sense,
I think they're going to be good fights because of the matchups.
I agree.
But for the hardcore fans, we're really excited about that. You get Oliveira and Kyler Phillips. That's a banger.
I love that fight.
You got Alaskarov and Ferreira, another really good fun fight. And all these fights are good for the divisions, right? Middleweight division, Vittori Allen. You get to see who's the next big guy at 185.
If Allen wins on the mic in his hometown,
brother,
that Cajun boy.
Yeah, and the buildup was they started fighting fighting at a casino. Do you remember that clip? Vittori
and
that's right. Allen started fighting.
Why haven't they been using that as promo?
Dog, because promo hasn't started for this fight yet.
Dude.
It's like 2 months away, dog.
And maybe and that's why I present that question. Why are we not promoting these cards?
Why do we not have promo out? Why is the...
No, I'm being serious. People have been complaining. Like, they're not really pumping these cards or getting people excited. I get it. Well, I get it embedded 4 days before the fight.
Ricci fight's cool, too.
Yeah, that's a great fight, too.
Who are you gonna cheer for? You're on the Ricci camp because you're over at Wild Card, my guy.
So, like,
you're also, you dated Hebos for 2 years.
Yeah, me and Callum are cool. Tabitha's cool. She was literally the first fighter ever. I remember when I first started doing camera work, I spam messaged so many fighters that lived in California. She was the only one to respond. She let me do some work.
Hey, what are the craziest names that you hit up back in the day?
Oh, I hit up everybody that you can think of. That's
like Hunter Campbell. Let me take photos of you. You're doing your.
Who was one that you were disappointed they didn't hit you back up?
He's like John Jones.
I did message John Jones.
That's crazy that you thought you'd get a response.
He's like, you're cute.
Verified.
He's like, you're cute. Come pull up.
Hey, come to Thailand, brother.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, if you followed the Ocho and everything, you know, Amanda Hebus is my girl.
The Ocho.
But I can't
the Ocho.
You know, I'm gonna have to go ride with Ricci.
Honestly, you said so many words that weren't words. You said Ocho. I'm a
The old show. If you watch the old show.
Yeah, but it's not like you said Ocho, bro.
The old show. Like, remember we had that clip and she even commented on it when you posted it?
She loved us, dude.
And then she even responded. She said something on one of my videos, bro. I was so happy, bro. I was like, hell yeah.
She's like, that looks good. We should eat some time.
Alex's response.
I was like, I fly to Brazil.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
But no, I'm going to go with Tabitha Ricci on this one, you know. She's good, bro. Shout out my boy Callum. Shout out Tabitha Ricci. She gonna get that.
He has to say that. He has to say that. He has close ties with them.
No, low key though.
Show him your hat.
Low key. I like.
Let's see how real you are. Who wins in a fight, Manny Pacquiao or a 24-year-old?
So this fight card.
Manny Pacquiao all day.
Manny Pacquiao.
That's an easy answer.
Manny Pacquiao.
It's a layup.
What the fuck? What are you trying to do, dog? But also, this card. People complain about it. This card, like, I think Nick's, if you're casual, you're going to look at it. The only fight you're going to know probably is the main event. Yep. But realistically, this is pay-per-view worthy. This is going to be a good card. The only issue is there's only 9 fights on this whole card.
Which Oliveira and Kyler Phillips to open up the main card. That's a great fight, man.
Every fight right there is good.
Alex Karov, I like him.
Yeah, I mean, and then, yeah, like I said, Ribas, Ricci, that's a fun fight. They're going to scrap like crazy. Vittori Allen, that should be a fun fight. Yeah. That should be, I think, that might be the most, that has possibility to be the most boring fight on that card. I'm not gonna lie, because Marvin Vittori's kind of like, you know, he like
3-rounder, you know.
Yeah, but dude, yeah.
I think it's a good fight card.
It is a good fight card. I hate the main event, but yeah, it's a good fight card.
Everyone loves the main event and hates the rest of the card.
That's because honestly, if you love the main event, that means you're just either a super fan of Poirier or honestly you just.
And I'm fans of both these guys. I don't want to. The last time I saw them fight, it hurt my heart.
Yeah,
it was hard for me to watch.
You don't want to see this shit, bro. Like, get out of here.
They're literally beating
knock you unconscious.
They're beating the dog.
Get out of my mind. Get out of my mind.
Lil Jon reference.
Is that Lil Jon?
Yeah, Lil Jon, dude.
Oh.
All right, next fight card. Next one, dude.
Nick hates Lil Jon, bro.
Hey, what's your beef with Lil Jon?
I don't have beef with
him. Name
like,
3
bro, Get Low song sucks.
Name 3 songs from Lil Jon that he featured on. Go ahead. There we go.
To the windows to the floor.
What's that song called?
Windows to the ceiling.
What's that song called?
Low.
No. There's one more word. Get Low.
Get Low. Fuck.
Ready? Get Low.
Okay. Snap Your Fingers.
Yep.
Yep. He's on that.
One more. The biggest one with Usher. Yeah, dude.
Confession.
No.
That'd be
damn.
That'd be crazy if he's
Hey, throw me a bone over here.
Remember that song? Yeah.
Oh, it's called Yeah. I thought it was Get Low.
I'm in the club with my homies. Gotta get a little VI. Down a low key.
All right, let's shift gears a little bit. Let's get outside of the octagon. We'll get back to that little Asian fight over there. But,
that little Asian fight. Don't call it a little Asian fight. Just
but I'm talking about big Samoan fights right now.
Honestly,
Dan Hooker, if you are not familiar with this, he has a league, I guess.
Look at the neighbors in the back.
Where Dan Hooker holds backyard fights with a bunch of just local New Zealanders.
It's all a bunch of Tongans fighting.
It's all about a bunch of Justin Taffas and shit, bro.
Dude, these guys are throwing fucking heat.
Yo, and you're wearing the traditional Tonga gear? Let's go.
Bro, okay, so I saw a clip of this. I had no idea this was Dan Hooker's thing.
So wait, Nick, can you give us a little more context? How much information do you know about what this actually is?
Apparently, Dan Hooker's been just hosting fights. where guys fought in a warehouse. That was like the first one.
That one, yep.
So now they're like, you know what?
The concrete's too dangerous.
Yeah, warehouses not that fun. Let's do it in our backyard. They probably don't have to pay that much rent. It's probably sanctioned by. Look, they got a ref with gloves on.
Wait, is it sanctioned?
Bro, he has gloves on. We're good.
That's legit,
bro. I had
brother.
the same gloves when I cut meat. You just buy those on Amazon.
That's true, bro. When I went to Gilbert's house when he's cooking, he put on gloves. I'm like, what are you doing? You're
honestly,
dude, I was like, what are you doing? And Alex eats in the gloves.
I'm like, bro, you're making a pizza. Why do you have gloves on?
I want to make that move.
Dirty.
I want to make that move, but I don't think I can.
What? Wearing gloves when you cook?
Yeah.
Then your hands are dirty.
I wash my hands. I have a lot of towels.
And you have
in my house.
You have
a lot of kitchen towels.
You have oils on your.
All right, do these guys wear gloves when they?
Dude, honestly,
sure.
This is really fucked up. This is I don't really like this.
Do you think if I contact, do you know what the league is called?
Dan Hooker's Backyard Brawls.
I think I'm gonna reach out on Instagram. I'm gonna do this for the fans. I'm gonna see if we can sponsor one of these fighters and get casuals on one of these shorts. That would be hilarious. That's our entry into sponsor.
What do we do though?
You have to fight.
We can't fight Samoans, bro.
I can't fight these people.
There's no little Samoans I could fight.
Dude,
I don't think I want to fight a little Samoan.
What about the cat from Lilo and Stitch?
Honestly, that's the movie I'm waiting to watch.
That's just Lilo.
That's the movie I'm waiting to watch. I'm not gonna see Tom. Was it Tom Cruise's Ghost Protocol? I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah. You mean the one from 10 years ago? Cool.
That's the best one.
Hey, you know what? This is good timing.
That's funny though.
Do they call the cops? You think or what?
Nah,
they don't do that in New Zealand.
Not New Zealand.
All right, because like
not with
honestly,
a bunch of Samoans.
I think I think history kind of always repeats itself, right? We see it with like
Kimbo Slice,
fashion and shit, right? Yeah, and the Kimbo Slice backyard fights that was like 20 years ago now.
Oh yeah.
So now this might be the next Kimbo Slice thing, bro.
I think
someone has an ankle monitor.
That's fucking sick.
A fan spotted it.
That's
you can see the cat.
Definitely a scary motherfucker.
That's his house. He was like, we can fight, but you have to come to my crib.
I can't leave my house.
But some of the knockouts are pretty brutal.
Yeah. Oh, I saw one.
Face plant.
That's what I'm saying. I saw a video. I didn't know it was Dan Hooker's thing.
Dude, you get a guy with a full fucking face tat like that, he's probably going to win that fight.
I don't know. He's kind of not looking that good.
He was beating up homie against the Leaves earlier.
Yeah, but that's because that's against the Leaves. He gets power from the Leaves.
He goes, I'm a grass type Pokemon.
He's like, I lose.
Vine Whip. You got to watch the Dan Hooker ones when he's commentating. It's crazy.
Oh, he actually commentates.
But it's not like he's sitting at a booth. He's just next to the guys. Go get him again. Yeah, get him again. I'm like, bro, this is.
Isn't it crazy? You see all these type of people, and then we know what Dan Hooker looks like. We're like, how does Dan Hooker? How like?
Bro, he has blonde hair and he's tatted up like Adam Levine. Like his.
Hey, but in New Zealand, bro, you know, they're all surrounded by a bunch of islanders and shit.
Yeah.
A bunch of strong guys.
Don't you guys always have a little? I wish I was born out there.
For real.
Like I wish I was a scrapper. Like,
were you play rugby growing up?
Yeah, bro.
I probably wouldn't have been able to play.
That's what people say about you. I wish I was from Arizona.
No, they don't.
People call you a hood rat.
Yeah.
Gil calls you a hood rat.
Cool.
You gotta know my friend. He's a hood rat. I hope they bring this to the U.S. I hope we don't get tariffed on this.
Bro, that's everywhere in the U.S.
Because we need to bring back this kind of entertainment.
Imagine he's like, oh, you can't bring that fight league over here. We're going to charge you 60% in
60%.
Hey, you know what they should do? They should go to Long Beach and fight, bro.
In the little pyramid?
You get, not even the pyramid, backyard in Long Beach, you get way more Samoans out there.
Oh, that's
really?
true.
You get a ton of Samoans. There's a huge Samoan population out there.
That's true.
You got to go where all the Samoans are at and shit. Samoan.
Why is every Samoan just gigantic? And like a lot of them are just buff. They don't even work out. You're just like, dude.
It's in their bones, brother.
It's crazy.
It's in their genetics.
Oh, yeah. When we were in Hawaii last time, I remember all the security guards for Bobby.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like, we're like, how?
Dude, I was so scared during that.
Yeah, you're just.
I didn't tell you this. When we were in Hawaii doing our show, and they just gave us security.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. So I guess we had to pay for it, whatever.
Bunch of island brothers.
Really cool dudes. And then I didn't know, like, I thought like they were covering it.
Yeah.
And then apparently I'm supposed to come out of my pocket. So like the main security guy is like, oh yeah, I brought like 8 guys. That's Jojo. That's blah blah blah. That's
Jojo.
Yeah.
One of them's name was literally blah blah blah.
He's like, that's a blah 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 blah. Oh, you know blah blah blah. That's also woo woo woo. I'm like, bro, you're making this up right now. And he's like, that's David.
Hey, but if you're having an event, you want those guys in your security.
Oh yeah, they're scary. But then I didn't.
Everyone's on their best behavior when they're
But
around.
Gilbert didn't know you just have to drop a band right quick.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was like, oh, my producer for the event was going to cover that. But then at the night, I was like, oh, is it covered already? He's like, no, I just brought these guys, and they're keeping Bobby safe. He pulled me to the kitchen like a mafia. Yeah. He's like, he goes, throw him some money. I'm like, how much? 200? He's like, throw him some money. So I was like, hey, Bobby, so I'm going to need some cash for your protection. Yeah. But I was like, okay, that's how they roll out there.
When we're out there, we got to
pay the man.
You know, yeah.
You better pay him, bro.
I don't walk around with bands. I carry always 520s, and that's it.
I thought he was a baller, dude. This guy not a baller.
Not a baller, dude.
Interesting.
Yeah, dude.
Got these at
He's
Nordstrom,
been wearing the same clothes since Sunday.
This is
last time
I'm wearing this every day.
You still got those holes in your jeans? Right down the middle?
Oh, ever since I saw you wear white shoes with long socks over your pants, I was like, I'm going to do the Nick thing.
Not over the pants.
Hey, he got these from Target, though. I know that.
All in motion, my boy. You know what it is. Anyways, back to MMA.
Oh,
bro.
okay, my bad.
We're not talking about fashion. We're not talking about leisure wear.
We're always talking about fashion. My wife. So 145. A lot of people, you know, we're all are kind of going like, oh my God, why is Yair Rodriguez fighting Volk again? We don't have to talk about that. It's been talked at.
So is that confirmed? Is that 100% confirmed?
That's definitely happening in Mexico.
Oh, brother.
But
why are we going? I don't want to watch that.
But let's
poor Volk.
Let's move past that and let's just see who's next. I think that's more exciting.
Mosvar. I don't know why they didn't do Mosvar.
So we got Mozavar. We got Aaron Pico in the running. We got who else we got? We got Diego Lopez again, perhaps.
Dude, 145 is ruined right now.
It's tough.
They need new guys.
Ilya really screwed it up. He could have just reigned there for like 5 more fights. And look, he's not even fighting Islam. That was the whole reason. He should have stayed.
But now he's fighting Charles Oliveira.
Mm-hmm. It's not the same. He should have stayed.
That's not the same, you don't think?
No.
Why not?
It's Islam.
But it's a chance.
It's fun, but it's not.
It's like Conor fighting Eddie Alvarez instead of RDA.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
We're all kind of like,
hey,
champ.
You know what? Real quick question: RDA Conor in that moment, who do you think would have won?
RDA.
I think Conor, bro.
Think Conor would have won?
I think Conor was just too like on his game.
Because that was when Conor was like actually good.
Like that's when he was on his game, bro.
Yeah.
And he was sniping dogs.
He was also sniping Eddie Alvarez, who like didn't take him down once. And
because he couldn't,
caught,
bro.
But he got caught. He got caught.
He caught early.
He got caught up in all the hoopla, the mink suit.
I feel like with the trash talk back then, it was just too powerful.
Yeah.
There were, until you fought a guy like Nate Diaz who just didn't give a fuck about the trash talk. I feel like that took his power away. You know, because that's how they figured out Conor.
Yeah, is that kind of fucked up? They didn't give us the Mosvar.
I think so.
That's really weird.
Because Mosvar beat Aljo.
Yeah.
Which I feel like
that was a great fight
title.
Yeah, that should get you a title, especially based on where 145 was. It wasn't like they're chock full of contenders like 135 or something like that.
Right.
But even then, it's still like Volk smashed Yair. Last time they fought.
Absolutely. I was there for that.
Yeah, and you know, he fought, no disrespect to Pitbull, but he fought Pitbull and then he gets a title shot off beating Pitbull. It just doesn't seem fair to Mosvar. And I get Mosvar is like a total snooze to like normal fans, but it's like
I wasn't snoozing during that fight.
It's like, how did Yair go up to number 4 after beating Patricio Pitbull?
But here's the thing. It's like, if Mosvar, I think Mosvar is literally a mirror image of Volkanovski. I think that fight...
Mirror image?
Bro, I think they're exactly the same. They're both really good strikers. They're both really good grapplers. They push pace. Like they can keep pace. I think that fight would be super fun.
For real. And I feel like Volk has the style to actually beat and give Mosvar a really good fight.
I agree with you.
And Mosvar's number 4. So it's like, why not give him the shot? But
undefeated, beating everybody he's fought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Volk could stop that train, bro. He could put an end to that hype.
And we got to remember, right before Yair beat a very old Pitbull brother coming for Bellator, he lost to Ortega.
He lost 2 before that.
Yeah, so it's just like
it is kind of
crazy. I mean, it makes sense because they need a headliner for Mexico.
Mexico done.
Whatever.
Easy.
You know, but also it's just like, it doesn't make sense.
That got me excited. The food content Volk's going to do during...
Oh, he better not do it after the fight.
He's like, here's a burrito.
If you fight in Mexico, don't eat the ice, brother.
Hey, that happened.
The ice is going to get you.
I was out for 3 days.
It's not the water. Obviously, the water, everyone knows that.
I didn't drink the water.
It's the ice.
It's the ice.
The ice will give you chorro, is what they say.
Ooh, I like chorro.
I was getting diarrhea and Puyol, dude. You know
how many days?
It was light diarrhea. It was like super light.
So now imagine, like, you see all those Indian street food things. Imagine drinking that shit or eating that shit.
Yeah, mine was either the ice.
You're in the ICU, brother.
Ice.
You get the ICU. You get your stomach pumped.
I low-key always want to try it though when I see it.
What, the ice?
Honestly,
street food.
You doing food content in India, your shit will go through the roof, brother.
I know.
Bro.
You put that mic on your throat?
I make it back, though.
Every time he's on camera, just nose bleeding constantly.
He's just pale and white the whole time.
Nah, but Mozart should get this. All right, he's going to fight Pico. Here's my thing. I mean, I want to see Pico fight. It just like...
Give him a different guy.
Exactly. Why Mozart? Because here's
Build
the thing.
him up. Give him Yair and Pico. That would be a great fight.
We've seen Pico kind of lose like bad too before, like in Bellator.
Yeah.
Bellator.
He was young. He was a young lad.
Bellator.
But like also let him get some fights in here.
Like build him up, right? Give him the Patty treatment.
Exactly.
Pico could be a star, man.
That's what I'm.
And
trying
they
to say.
need stars at 145.
Let's build up.
They need to
Allen then.
They need to go, but they're doing too much hardcore like best matchups. They need to get some tune-up fights, I think.
Yeah. John Silva can just zoop.
Honestly, John Silva says he wants to fight Diego. That'd be good.
Zalal.
But Zalal, they won't make that fight.
Nick's favorite fighter.
I know.
No, I don't have a problem. David hates Zalal.
David hates him. My bad.
I think John Silva should fight Diego Lopez.
But I wouldn't mind a John Silva Dan Ige fight too.
No, John, I wouldn't mind.
Bro, give John Silva straight. He's ready for the top, bro. They gotta. If they're gonna give someone a title shot, they should have given it to John Silva, but they can't justify it because he's top 11.
So you're saying he won? He called out Diego Lopez?
Yeah, they should. He wants Diego Lopez, and it makes sense. That's the good call out.
I would have done John Silva Yair.
Ooh,
yeah, that would have been a good one.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. And if anything, you do Mozart versus Volk, or if Volk wants to wait, do Mozart versus freaking Diego. That rematch is always still there.
Mozvar Diego's good.
Yeah, like that. Diego.
Do you think that's what they're going to do actually next? Because Mozvar is saying he has a fight. He has one more fight.
Yeah.
And he's not saying it's Pico because at first it was Pico.
Yeah.
But I guess rumors are recirculating saying it's Pico again. But it could be Diego Lopez. Because that would be a good fight for him to get tuned up to fight.
Yeah.
Volk.
And then you can do Pico John Silva.
Bro,
I like
Pico
that.
John Silva.
Dude, they kind of strike the same. Just power.
Oh man, John Silva, bro, he's a monster.
He's good, bro. I think he's obviously him and Carl. I think are the two fighting nerds that probably will.
I agree.
Get a champ. I was really high on what's it called? Prates, but
that's just because we wanted to like him a lot.
Yeah.
And we still like him, but it's just like his skill set was a little.
He just has to stop smoking cigarettes.
Maybe
wrestle too.
Vapes, twist to vapes.
Yeah, he got tired.
That's better.
So everybody is like, bro, it's probably because he smokes cigarettes.
Or he should go to like nicotine. He should go nicotine pouches.
Yeah,
instead.
get it. Pop a little Zen. Go to
go to Zen, bro. Get the 9 migs. You'd be all right.
Get a Cheesecake Factory gift card. Let's go. Just trying to jump in.
He doesn't know anything about Arizona. Dude.
Oh, yeah, Cheesecake Factory.
Wait, are you still on Zins or what?
Yeah, I'm on Alps.
What kind of trainer are you, dude? Is that actually? Yeah, what's the Huberman?
Yeah,
level
dude, that actually.
Huberman says it's sick. He says it's super.
How many
chill.
grams?
Nicotine's good for your brain, isn't it?
That's what he says. But I feel like I have a lot of health problems now. All right, what's next?
Low key, when I was doing Zins, my stomach was hurting.
Yeah. You can't do it on an empty stomach. You gotta have a full stomach. Okay.
All right, so yeah, what's next?
You can't do it on it.
Last time I did too much Zins, and after the podcast, your boy's tummy was hurting. Hurting, brother. I was nauseous driving home. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about these Chinese guys fighting.
So we are talking about you.
My guys.
So Nick,
I love watching Asians fight each other, especially in the UFC banner.
For people that don't know, what is Road to the UFC?
I don't even know because they didn't even promote it. I didn't even know there were fights.
That's my problem with the UFC. Promo all your products.
You want to know how I knew that this was happening?
You know someone on there.
No, that Ali Mack girl. The Ali Mack.
Or you can just say Ali Mack. I don't always say
Who's
Ali
Ali
Mack.
Mack? Ali Mackuru.
Ali, shout out to Ali when she comes back. When she comes to the US for a pay-per-view, she's gonna jump in the podcast.
Yeah,
let's go.
So I follow her, and I saw her posting this, and I was like, oh wait, how do you even watch this? What the fuck?
It's on, is it on Fight Pass or ESPN?
Are they in Asia? I don't even know where this is.
It's Fight Pass. Someone scan this.
Guys, scan our QR code.
Scan a QR code screen.
There were some good knockouts.
It's basically a tournament, right? It's kind of like.
Oh my god.
Dudes were getting finished in this.
Wait
fight
a second.
card.
What kind of ref is this? Hold on.
Oh, they're in Asia.
I wish they told us the country. Loved it. And then look, hit, and the ref's like, dude, chill.
He's like, stop.
He
man.
fell to
Stop,
his
man.
knees though. That shit. You think his knees hurt from falling? Like that?
After he was,
yeah, he
that
probably
shit.
got up all slow.
He's like, ooh, yeah, he's touching his knees.
Bro, he fell on his knees hard. And those canvases are hard.
Those patellers, bro.
Dude, I had a
feeling
weird
that.
dream.
You hear the whole canvas shake.
I had a weird dream where I was like at my first amateur fight, and then you're cornering me, and then I like knock the guy out, and I do like this like celebration dance, and you come over to me and grab me. You go, don't fucking do that. And I like woke up so like nervous.
It's better because when I fought, I lost, and Nick was just like,
yeah, because you got upset at me for dancing after. Would you get upset at me if I celebrated that way?
It depends what you did.
If he was like this, like
have you seen the blue shirt guy
helicopter?
meme?
If you did the what was that Kanye West, the Tiana Taylor, where she's on the floor?
Oh, if I did that.
Oh shit!
But I pulled my pants out, I'm wearing a thong.
Yeah. Bro, he could do that. We know he can,
yeah.
bro. He got recoil on his back.
Put that clip up.
Yeah, he's like,
that canvas is about to slap, brother. As soon as you drop them hips on the canvas. That's a sprawl. That's a
oh my god, sprawl. That's a crazy audience.
So this is like
why are you laughing when I said that?
Because I know why you're saying it.
Why am I saying that? Why did I say that's a crazy audience?
Just
those are our people, all right? This is in Asia, bro.
Why did I say it's a crazy audience?
Do you want? Honestly, we should.
I'm just saying it's a crazy audience because it's like the seats are not filled. What were you thinking?
I think because you were like, why does she have an AirPod in?
Yeah, she's listening to the commentary.
Yeah, so it's old Chinese women and like Arab dudes in cabs that all have the one earphone in. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
that's a stereotype.
They're probably playing Candy Crush on the side in between fights. And
shit.
Oh, this is the 8-0 Indian prospect that just got slept, bro. And he.
How do you know about Indian prospects?
Because I read the headlines when I posted this. God, dude. It's like I followed.
He fucking researches, bro.
Because we gotta cover this on our fucking MMA show.
Yeah.
How do you know about this?
He doesn't show up 20 minutes late, dude.
I'll be honest. I don't. I named 2 Indian prospects.
The other guy that got barked at, Jubilee, and he got knocked out, remember?
That's true.
The guy that has the clip where he was like, me and Khabib, I'd submit Khabib. I'd knock out Khabib.
That's the guy who got barked at and lost. Jubilee.
Yeah.
Yo, some of these dudes are...
Oh, dude. Like, it's a bad ball right there.
Oh. He did something to his eye, brother.
That shit, bro.
He got humbled.
So look at it start.
He like broke an orbital, maybe.
This kid looks so unassuming. That's great.
He looked like he's from Kazakhstan or something.
So what happens when some of these guys, they go to contenders or they go to the UFC?
No, I think if they win this, they get a fight on the UFC.
Because honestly, Asians are going to run the 125 divisions. 125, 135 probably.
They got to do a 115.
They should bring a 115.
Some of those guys I've seen in other leagues, I'm like, damn, they're fast.
Yeah. I think Dana White talked about doing but the issue is 125 can get so boring that it's just like, all right, 115. But also it could be 115 might be way more exciting than 125.
Just a bunch of little guys, little Hasbullas fighting in there.
Dude, imagine Hasbullah like in his kit.
Or are they standing next to Herb Dean and they're just
walk
like,
out there like this. They're like, oh wait, what the fuck? And then the camera comes down.
All right, let's make some picks for UFC Fight Night Blanchfield versus Macy Barber.
Blanchfield's my new Amanda He was just saying.
Who?
Blanchfield.
Yeah.
Hey, USA, let's go.
I think she's going to win.
She's so bad too, bro.
I think she's going to win. The last time I saw Macy Barber, she was getting into a street altercation with somebody that was touching her car. Have you seen that clip?
Yeah. You haven't seen that? It might change your perspective on this fight.
But I also remember Macy Barber had some health issues. She was out of the game for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. She had
stomach issues?
No, she had some serious
Gordon
health
Ryan.
Oh, shit. I always get them so confused.
Him and Toehold right now are not on good terms.
Wait, we'll talk about that in a second. I do want to...
Oh, that's why you said that to me. Yeah.
Oh, you don't know
I didn't get that.
We'll get into it after.
In my head, I was like, why is Craig Jones in a Toehold ad?
No, we'll tell you.
That's hilarious.
You're not following that?
No.
Exciting.
No.
All right.
More of a J-Rod guy right now.
Clip that.
I've been following that. I've been seeing that.
He's gonna be in Hawaii.
Who?
Next week.
Who?
J-Rod.
You can have him on?
No, who's J-Rod?
He's Nicky Rod's little brother, bro.
Oh, okay.
Brother? But I think Aaron Blanchfield's going to win this one.
Hell yeah. We're going to win the title if she wants to.
Macy Barber's legit. She legit. But I always thought Aaron Blanchfield could be that girl. That could be the next champ.
Yeah.
And she's young. She's well-rounded. She could do it all. I think I'm going to go Blanchfield. Yeah, some lady was trying to fight Macy Barber, and she was like, please, I'd beat your ass, lady. That's how it goes.
Is that Macy? Oh, okay, no.
It's Macy.
Macy's filming.
She got a facelift.
Macy's filming.
Shout out to Kris Jenner's facelift.
Isn't it crazy? Like,
I'm gonna get me one of those when I'm 60.
That lady seems a little older. She probably drunk, maybe, right, or something like that.
Yeah, but honestly, ladies in California, they get mad at where you park on a street. If you park on their street,
it's a thing.
They get upset.
Especially the ones that have shoes like this, you can identify them so easily. I feel like Zara.
It's like she wants to be a cowgirl, but she's not.
It's a Zara. I swear to God. And that's a Karen. When you see them with those shoes, you're ready.
Well, look at her shirt, bro. Of course she's Karen, dude.
No, she's about recycling.
Exactly.
It's crazy when these people like get up and fighters just like faces.
That's what I mean. It's
only
like
if you knew.
That's what I mean. It's like that girl get mollywopped.
like that.
But all right, Aaron Blanchfield's about to mollywop her, so it's all good.
Aaron Blanchfield. Guess what? Your boy's going with Aaron Blanchfield.
Let's go.
All right, so Aaron Blanchfield across the board. She's
so good.
Whoop, whoop.
She is.
She's really
so
good.
And her striking is getting better.
The grappling, striking, combo.
Putting it together, yeah.
She needs to finish, though. get really excited. There's got to be like...
She has submission finishes.
I think she could submit Macy.
Yeah, me too.
I think she could submit her.
I think, honestly, how I see the fight going is, like, Aaron's probably going to finish her in, like, 4. Like, round 4 or something like that.
Later rounds.
Yeah, later rounds.
Championship.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Matthias Gamrot versus Ludovic Klein. Why is Gamrot not fighting anyone ranked? Does
because
not want to fight him?
I think this is a last-minute fill-in, right?
I don't know. I think I think it got booked last minute. But the thing about Gamrot is I think he beat Dan Hooker, but I remember watching that fight and thinking Dan Hooker won.
No, Dan Hooker did win.
He did win.
Yeah, Dan Hooker did win.
Oh, so you were
the fight the crazy fight is when he fought Armin.
That's right. That's right. So like Mateus gets to the ground, he gets the takedowns, but he's one of those guys that I think Klein's stand up is gonna win him this fight. I feel like he could stop those takedowns. He can get up. I don't know if Mateus is going to be able to keep him grounded for long.
Damn, we're kind of disrespecting a number 7, huh?
Well, here's my thing.
He's also aging out.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm going to piggyback off Nick. It's like Matthias Gamrot's always just kind of relied on his grappling. And I just think like all these new young guys that are coming up, right? Like look at John Silva, all these new guys. They all have a good grappling base now. So it's like you can't only just have good grappling.
Yeah.
So these guys have good grappling, but this guy right here, he's like an insanely good striker. He's southpaw.
And he's a dog.
Yeah. So
we've seen him in wars, We've seen him in like tough fights.
And Dan Hooker just beat Matthias Gamrot by being able to stay up and pick him apart with the striking. And I think Klein is a way more powerful striker, and he's southpaw. So it's just different. You don't really do.
And look at the guys he's beaten, man.
Yeah.
He's beaten a lot of good guys at 155 who are young, hungry up and comers, right? So I think I'm gonna go Ludwig.
I'm gonna go Ludwig as well.
Ludwig?
I know. Me and Nick are gonna have the same exact pick.
I'm like,
my Gemini twin.
Guys, I think you're disrespecting Polish ground power, not Polish power.
All right, put money on it then. Put money on Gamrot.
I will.
Hey, that's a good bet though.
It's not.
I guess
Ludovic's the better bet.
He's my underdog pick, dude.
Oh wait, yeah, no, you're right. Never mind.
It's a bad bet.
Yeah, it's a
that
bad
being said, I'm going for Klein.
I think there's just more upside to Klein. Like we've seen Gamrot, and he's hungry.
Let's
you know
just
what I'm saying?
Please try to be different in the next couple fights. Okay?
No, I'm going to tell you what I think.
Because the graphic is going to be hella boring when it's all the same.
But happens. What if we're all right though?
You're not. Remember when you guys made fun of me and I went 5-0? So
we've been pretty good in our picks ever since we've been posting.
Do that
them.
again.
There's that.
Don't do that. That's my thing.
Your tongue was out further the first time.
I can't do that.
Okay.
All right, we got Billy Ray Cyrus versus Ramiz Brahimaj.
This is a tough fight.
I got Billy Ray Goff.
He's good.
He's good. I think Ramiz is good, but he does get hit. I feel like
he's a little wild boy.
Yeah, who did Billy Ray fight last time?
Look at his name.
Yeah.
No, I want to see if your memory is. I know who it is.
Who is it?
Who is it?
You want to guess?
I'm seeing you search it right now.
No, Ludwig Klein.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
He fought Waters.
A black guy, not a guy from Europe.
Yeah.
Fought a Japanese guy and a black dude.
Yeah, see,
but he's fighting a white guy. He's fighting a white guy this time, so we'll see what happens.
No, he's not fighting a white guy.
Yeah, he is.
What's his name? Ramesh?
Okay.
Yeah, no, he trains. I think he trains out in New York and stuff with them. He's a Boston kid because he fought
Middle Eastern cat, brother. Come on.
He fought on the Stipe card that I was at, and he looked cool.
He's good. Like he's solid. I think it's a tough fight for Billy Ray Goff, but I think this is a last-minute replacement.
Yeah, I got Billy Ray Goff, dude.
But look, he lost to. Wait, how long has he been fighting?
No,
that's not him, bro.
That's him.
Stun Gun,
Billy
bro.
Ray Goff.
No, that's not him, bro.
That's him, right? He just got knocked out.
That's Matt Brown, no?
Bro, Billy Ray Goff.
Why are you pulling up Dong-Yeon Kim highlights?
That's
talking about the stun gun.
Shout out to Stun Gun. Shout out to Max Holloway, experiencing Korean culture. Been loving the vlogs.
Yeah, those look cool. I like the vlogs and stuff. All right, I got Billy Ray Goff. Who do you got?
I got Billy Ray.
Who do you got?
Ramiz, because he's from New York. He was at the Stipe fight that you were at.
You said because he's a white guy, so you gotta pick him because he's a white guy.
I go for any white guy named Ramiz Brahimaj.
I don't think he's
Ooh,
white.
all right. I already know who I got for this one.
Obviously, Dustin Jacoby.
Bro, I remember the last time I was on here and he fought, I called this fight to the T.
You did call it.
Yeah.
Because he fought
like that Brazilian guy that was really good, and I was like, he's gonna knock him out with a straight right.
Petrino.
Petrino.
Yeah.
Yep.
I picked Petrino on that.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go Jacoby on this one.
Yeah, I'm going Jacoby.
But he also lost to Alonzo Menonfield.
Okay, but Alonzo
got heat.
Okay.
I think it was a close fight, though.
It was, yeah. Yeah, I got Dustin Jacoby beating Bruno Lopez.
Eesh.
Like, it's just like Dustin's just fought such good people. He's fought top echelon people. His striking is still there, but also he's getting older. I think he's probably like 38, 39 years old.
I'm going to go Bruno Lopez on this.
Yeah, because I'm still going to go just Dustin, but this fight is probably like, it's one of those fights where it's like, I think I might be picking with my heart.
You are.
Yeah.
That's why Bruno Lopez is going to win. Why?
He loves a strong white, Alex.
I just feel like every time he gets these young guys, they see him, they see his age, and they kind of just fight crazy. And Dustin's striking is just too good, and I feel like he's going to knock out Bruno.
All right, we got Zachary Reese versus Todorovic. He's a striker, right? The Serbian guy?
Yeah. I saw Zachary Reese get KO'd at the Intuit Dome, and he was knocked out for a while.
Oh, but that's the guy that he got punched in the back of the head a bunch of times, isn't it?
Yeah. He fought the one dude, Russian cat.
Yeah. What kind of style was it?
Azamat Bakoyev. That dude is really good.
But literally every punch was behind the head.
Yeah. But Zachary Reese, like he has good jiu-jitsu, but he was just on his back for too long. You know what I mean? Like he was just fucking around against a really strong top grappler that could punch you in the head, especially in the back of the head. So
his haircut's fire.
I think Zachary Reese's game, bro. He's got great kicks. He's got good striking, and I feel like he could. Dusko has been knocked out. We've seen him get tagged a bunch. So I think even though Zachary Reese came off a loss, I think I'm gonna go Zachary Reese on this.
But I think this is his last. I thought this was his last fight. Oh, this was 2 fights ago?
Yeah. The last one, bro, he was out for a minute, bro. Yeah, okay, yeah. He was out for quite some time.
Looks like Logan Paul. I'm going to pick him.
Yeah. I think we're going to...
Loves another strong white.
I got Zach Reese, bro. I think that's the thing. I've seen Dusko fight a lot. Seen him get finished a lot. He's never really shown me anything where I'm like, all right, this guy's cool.
Yeah. It's like 50-50.
Those are our picks for the main card. I'm going to just...
Jordan Levitt. Go to Jordan Levitt and...
Who's he fighting?
Kurt Holloway. That's a good fight. I think I got Kurt on that.
Was Jordan Levitt, was he on the Ultimate Fighter or Contenders?
Contender.
He fought, remember he fought Patty?
Knockout.
He actually stole your move. He did the twerking after the fight.
Yeah. Right. He did a slam knockout, but yeah, he got submitted by Patty.
But why do I feel like we know a lot about his background? Was it not from the Ultimate Fighter?
No, it's just because he was winning.
He had like a story.
He was winning until he
You're
fought
thinking
Patty.
of John Dodson. That's not John Dodson.
Right, the magician, my bad. Yeah. I do like Cisco on this. Shout out to...
Say his name.
He doesn't walk out to the thong song.
Say his name.
Boroji Aoki.
Oh, well, damn, my bad.
Do you guys know any?
I'll shut up.
Do you know Marquel Medeiros?
I don't.
A lot of new guys, probably Contender Series guys.
I know Trevin Giles.
Trevin Giles.
Oh, that's actually a big fight right there. Caitlin Vieira versus Macy Chiasson.
Oh, bro, Macy Chiasson. She's good, bro.
That's a big fight.
I think I got Macy.
The female Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah, she's clean with it, and that's like, look at number 3, number 5, bro. It's a good fight.
If Corey Sandhagen gave himself a fade, he'd look cool too.
Yeah. I thought you were saying he'd look like Macy.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Guys, well, those are our picks.
Bet the house on them. I think we're confident on these ones.
Yeah. Bet the house. We'll see, because it's going to be in public domain, and you forced me to choose some people I didn't want to choose, so our graphic wouldn't be boring. So that's on you guys.
That's on you, bro.
That's on you, bro.
Hey, you always gotta pick your heart. Pick your heart.
Yeah, dude.
That's on you. All right, let's end on a high note. What do you guys think about BJ Penn?
This is the high note you want to end the show on?
Yep. Shout out to MMA Zone. I watch.
Honestly, BJ Penn has always been one of my favorite fighters. You know, how could he not be? He's an island brada. You know, we always love the Hawaiian fighters. He's iconic. So watching this happen of him like saying his family has been swapped out by the government and they're imposters, it's a bummer, dude. And then it's even worse as you look at the comments and it's all like fighters from the community saying, hey man, like, hey bro, come train with us. You got to get off the island. Just take your mind off things for a little bit. We'll get you right. And everyone's trying to reach out and help him, but he is very set on his theories of his family, his mom, his brother are all like switched out with government clones. I don't know what's going on, but he got arrested, and that's fucking sad, dude.
The issue is
really sad.
I think people forget it's like there's just crazy people in the world. People go crazy, people lose their mind, and it's just like, it happens. Yeah, so it's just like, and then it doesn't help when you were a fucking professional fighter, you get smashing
and you get the spotlight on you.
Yeah, so it's just like, this shit happens, and I think we're just witnessing it. Like, we're just witnessing someone we all knew and grew up with. Just
our favorite legends, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I believe he will get better. I meant to ask you guys this earlier. I forgot. Tim Elliott and Kai Asakura. I didn't know Tim Elliott was still like
bro.
there.
He's winning, bro.
He's legit.
Yeah, I like Tim
Top
Elliott.
contender always.
Honestly, he beats Kai.
I think Kai wins because Japanese #1.
He beats Kai, bro.
He's just
Kai,
upset he can't get into a spa in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You know what? Maybe change your spa rules, and I might start going for you. But no,
Going for your man.
Call your country.
no, but dude, Tim Elliott, he keeps a good pace. I think he's tough enough to where it's gonna be just like when he fought Pantoja. Pantoja was able to go away from that striking, push that pace, take him down, and boom. So I think that's who wins that for sure.
So what's the drama? So Gordon Ryan used to run. He was a partner.
So long story short, since we're at the end, is Gordon Ryan has been in a public dispute with a former company he was in collaboration with, Toehold. A lot of us thought that Gordon Ryan was an owner, and he had he's been helping them with their sales, and their sales went up, and there's always naked women in bikinis.
That got me in trouble a lot of times.
Through Gordon Ryan's rant. All these rants, he's saying that he was never paid for his services. He left his sponsor, and then Toehold owner was basically like, hey, we'll pay you $5,000 a month to sponsor us, and we'll sign a contract for you to be a part owner of this company. And none of that ever happened. And I forgot who...
You're telling me selling $500 to flip-flops aren't making their margins?
Oh, yeah.
Scroll up real quick, dude. All the way. Damn. He used to have a million followers. Yeah.
He had 1 million followers.
Yeah.
1 point something. So it dropped probably from this and just Craig destroying him. But yeah, it would be stuff like where Gordon would be like, he's basically responding to every single thing the CEO is saying now, how saying Gordon wasn't involved. Gordon actually never signed the contract. Gordon actually wasn't really that good. It's just them going back and forth. And it's kind of like, damn, this is all public. This is kind of crazy. And it seems like Gordon always gets into these situations.
Yeah.
But then Craig Jones
Swoops in, bro.
I didn't see the Craig Jones stuff.
Oh, I will pull up the Craig Jones.
But it's true. I mean, they tried to say that Gordon Ryan was only responsible for 6 flip-flop sales. I'm like, bro, I mean, at the end of the day...
Which he's not. And then he like showed all these people, like, I bought 5 of these flip-flops because of you.
Yeah, but I mean, even like Joe Rogan and shit were like wearing the... I'm sure that's heavy on Gordon Ryan's side, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was the only guy that I saw that was promoting it.
But see, I don't even care about all that because what came out of this is Craig Jones, the ultimate troll of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, basically hit up the CEO of Toehold and said this: introducing the world's finest foldable leather cuck chair, built for long hours at home, awkward seminars, or quick getaways to Puerto Rico to blow the boss. Handmade with precision, hypoallergenic to avoid those uncomfortable tummy aches. Engineered to support perfect posture during those long, unhinged, autistic Instagram rants like some liberal chick, because slouching won't make them any more coherent.
That's written by ChatGPT.
100%.
I know that.
And Craig Jones has now partnered with Toehold for CJI because of this Gordon Ryan thing.
Nice.
Look at his comment. It's a cutthroat business out here, boys.
Wow.
Look at the first comment.
Oh,
that Gabby or Gilbert?
That was my sister.
Damn. Hey, less laughing emojis, bro. We look too desperate.
Yeah, dude.
No.
All that looks like to me is like, oh shit, please come on our podcast, please.
No, please send us some leather chairs. Send us some cuck chairs. Yeah. Craig never misses out on an opportunity. He did like last year he bought Gordon Ryan's Miata and then gave it away to a fan.
So funny.
That's crazy. Now
Ultimate troll.
He's playing on this Toehold thing.
He's just too good, man.
He's good.
He's too good at this.
Is that real?
His BBL?
Yeah.
Alex, what do you think?
Hey, men in the back. Is that real?
You think that's his butt? You think that's Photoshop, boys?
That's Photoshop.
Okay. They're experts. They
It could be his butt. He's an athletic dude.
Look at that little shine on it, though.
Yeah, I mean,
that's Photoshop,
oil.
brother.
That's
what
Gilbert's
Photoshop.
butt looked like when he put oil on that shit.
And he pulls them up high and tight.
Yeah.
All right,
That's what it looked like when he came out of cold plunge.
Gil's just way more hey, when you guys went cold plunge, this guy keeps asking me to go cold plunge, but he's like, you got to do it naked.
Yeah, I had to do it naked because he did it naked.
And guess what? It's chill.
It's the same shit, but it's just like less
without dirty pants.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah, but you shower before you go up in that shit.
Dude, just chill.
Right before I got in, I saw a little hair. I'm like, bro, I got to sit in this shit.
That's not for my pubes. That's my butt.
That's disgusting, dude. This guy's over here making us get naked and do cold saunas with them. I don't remember Andrew Huberman.
Sauna? I've never done a cold sauna.
I don't remember Andrew Huberman talking about fucking, you gotta be bare nude, bare bottom.
He said you have to.
No, he didn't.
The contact helps with the
with what?
Magnesium L.
To your butt?
Yep.
Bro, the water
magnesium L, dude.
I couldn't say the last. Was it lethanthane?
Yeah, lethanane. That's what it is.
Magnesium lethanane. Take 2 of those every night before you go to bed. It's good for you.
Guys,
all right, guys.
Fans, if Gil comes up to you and he says, "Hey, let's do a cold plunge. Let's do a sauna together," don't go with him. Okay, these are the new freak offs. Don't go. All right.
The cold plunge is actual baby oil. Just
gets you all horny while you're in there.
Leave it down in the comments below. Should you cold plunge or sauna naked? Yes or no?
The answer is no.
But let the audience decide.
The audience is going to agree with me, right, guys? The boys in the back agree with me.
No, they don't.
They're
like already naked, ready to jump in. They just took off.
No, leave your pants on, guys. Leave your pants on.
Like cold plunge? Someone said cold plunge?
All right, guys, that's our show. We love you. We'll see you next week. We got a great guest. Shout out to Luke Lessie for coming through. We'll see you then.
The shit.
Bye.